want to talk about the Breonna Taylor killing slash Kenneth Walker arrest. Now, I know a lot of you have already heard about this story, but I'm just going to give a quick background before I get into what I really want to get into with the story. Now, this happened in Louisville, Kentucky on March 13th. Police ran into Breonna Taylor home and she ended up getting shot 8 times and dying. Kenneth Walker shot a police officer in the leg during this encounter. Now, there's several different things we have to go over. Um, First of all, they already had the suspect that they was looking for in custody. That's number one. But there was two warrants put out. One for where the suspect actually was caught and arrested. That was 10 miles away. And to Breonna Taylor's and Kenneth Walker home. Now, police is saying the reason why they went into Breonna Taylor home was because they saw her interacting with the suspect that they took into custody. And apparently that was her ex-boyfriend, but they still have some type of friendship. And they claimed that they saw Brianna handing him a box, whatever. But a box can be anything. It could be some of his old stuff. So I still don't see why that was a reason to go into the home, especially when you already had him in custody. But that's whatever. So here's what it really comes down to. Now, police claim that they only busted into the home once. Um, Nobody answered the door and all that, right? But you got to remember, it was close to 1 a.m. I'm not answering anything close to 1 a.m. And on top of that, the judge issued a no knock warrant. So, what do that mean? That means they didn't have to knock, they didn't have to identify themselves. So, Kenneth Walker said that they never identified themselves as police, and it was plainclothes officers. So, I tend to believe Kenneth Walker in this case because there's already proof it was a no knock warrant. So, why did they need a no knock warrant if they was planning to knock anyway? It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense at all. And to me, it reeked of an obvious lie by the police department. And we know police departments are known for covering up such incidents. I mean, it's just not in Louisville. This happened all over the country. You had this small town in Alabama that was on federal investigation. They was playing evidence. You had the Baltimore Police Department. You had Ferguson that um, was under federal investigations, and they found how they violated the rights of the citizens all the time. So this is nothing new, right? This is nothing new. So they ended up charging Kenneth Walker with attempted murder of an officer, which is ridiculous. Which is ridiculous, especially since he was licensed to carry, and that's the other thing. Neither Brianna or Kenneth had any type of criminal record at all. So they can't even use that excuse. So I just give that quick background to get into this. For some people, it's not gonna matter. The cops is always right. There's always a reason why the black person in question did something wrong. Was always a reason why the cops or another citizen ended up killing an innocent black person. Always a reason. Always a reason. So in other cases, like Trayvon Martin, they went into, oh, he was suspended for school, and and does that give Zimmerman a right to stalk him and ended up in starting a confrontation? No, it doesn't. Um, in the in the other cases, in the Ahmaud Arbery case, they claimed that okay, he had a past record of doing something minor. Okay, does that still give them a right to follow him, track him down with weapons, and kill him? No, it shouldn't. But it actually does because the laws are not meant for us. It's just not. And this is why I always go into this. I sound like a broken record, but who your DA is very important. Who's the prosecutors are very important because this incident happened on March 13th and just now getting investigated. The mayor of Louisville is calling for an investigation now. Um, the police chief is calling for an investigation now, right? But why did it take this long for that to happen? It should have been an investigation. And also, I know a lot of people don't even have confidence in these investigations because it's police policing their own. I know you have internal affairs and people think that's enough, but people don't have any confidence in that. People don't have any confidence in that. Um, I would like to see independent review of this, independent investigation. That's what I would like to see. But I doubt that we get it. And it's to the point now where most of us have no confidence that any type of justice is going to be served in any of these cases. I mean, you see this over and over and over again. And that's why, we can't have a defeatist attitude, though. That's what I want to get into. We cannot have a defeatist attitude. Yes, this is a tragic situation, and we never seem to get full justice. But we have to have some type of plan, you know, or this going to continue to happen for generations on end. So, what can we do about this? Number one, we could start getting involved in DA races. We can get active in AG races. We can get active in local mayor races. You know, that's what we have to do. We have to have the right people in power to handle these type of situations. Um, that's one of the main things that we can do. I mean, protesting and cause and drawing attention is great, but after we get the attention, what we gonna do with it? Can we harness it into the outcome that we want? And a lot of times we get the attention, and sometimes we even get charges, but we don't get the results that we're looking for because the right people is not handling the cases. So we have to get the correct people in power. And I know it's difficult because I know a lot of people have the mindset that you can't change the system. It's the system that eventually changes you. But what else can we do? You know, do we just say, okay, we just going to be defeated for the rest of our lives? No, that's not the right attitude. We got to keep fighting to change the situation. It gets tough. I'm sick of this happening because even before the media was covering it, police abuse was something real. And and again, I shouldn't even have to say this. I'm not talking about all cops because I actually know some cool police officers that let people slide with minor offenses, and that actually from the community, that's actually from the hood, that went to the police force, just to better their lives, and they actually cool. I do know some officers like that, but there's way too many police officers that don't care about black people. Just way too many. And there's reports of white supremacists infiltrating police departments. I mean, this was way back under the Bush administration, under his FBI. So we not we not just getting this out of nowhere. This is real. This is something serious. But it can get discouraging, but we have to continue fighting and come up with a real strategy. Not just protesting. There's nothing wrong with protesting. I know people are sick of it, but it does draw attention. But once you get the attention, let's come up with a strategy to eradicate this injustice. And that's what I gotta say about that for now. Thanks for tuning in. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, share the video, and all that. Definitely trying to grow this channel and do some positive stuff and just get some of this messaging out because I feel like sometimes we just get in this cycle without solutions. Yes, we know it's a problem, but what's the solution? We need to start coming up with strategies for solutions as well. Thanks for tuning in. Peace.